Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Patch, and today I'm going to read A Little Spot of Optimism, a story about managing thoughts and growth mindset. This is written and illustrated by Diane Albert. And optimism is when you go into a situation trying to see the positive. So even if it's a tough situation, you have that growth mindset, Tigger, I can attitude about it, right? So an easy way to think about optimism is Tigger. Whenever Tigger's faced with a problem, he looks at it and he goes, oh my goodness, this looks really hard. What are we going to do? How are we going to solve it? We got this. Oh, I made a mistake. That's all right. I'm just going to try again. Maybe take my time, ask for help. The opposite of optimism is what we call pessimism. And that's our buddy Eeyore here. Look at him. Look at the difference in the body language between Eeyore and Tigger, right? When Eeyore is faced with a problem, he's got that, oh my goodness, this is so hard. I'm never going to figure it out. This is the worst day I've ever had. Why do bad things always happen to me, right? So optimism, we're talking about when something happens, maybe something unexpected, or you're faced with a problem or some sort of a challenge, you go into it with an optimistic Tigger, I can attitude. All right. Hi, I'm a little spot of optimism. I'm here to help you learn how to look on the bright side. That phrase is called a figure of speech. It means when you are faced with a disappointing situation, you can focus on the positive instead of the negative. Are there other ways that you can explain optimism? How do you stay positive when something bad happens? Good questions. Great questions. Yes, there are other phrases that relate to optimism, like, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When you apply this to life, it can help you stay positive even when a sour situation happens. You have the power to make it more enjoyable. Optimism is all about how you choose to look at a situation. So they have this whole pile of lemons. They make lemonade and open up a stand to make some money. You have the power to look at the glass half full instead of half empty. That's another figure of speech. It means that if you focus on what you do have instead of on what you don't have, it will help improve your outlook on any situation. When you are able to refocus your thoughts, it's called shifting your mindset. So going from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, going from an Eeyore to a Tigger. Your mindset determines how you handle a situation. When you are able to shift your mindset with positive words and actions, it can become easier to persevere in challenging situations. Remember, persevering means you keep on trying. You don't give up. When you do this, you're growing your mindset to become more optimistic. Words are very powerful. The words you tell yourself can determine how you feel about a situation. This type of thinking is also called self-talk. That's why it's so important that you choose words that create positive thoughts, right? So you have positive thoughts here versus negative thoughts. When you look in a mirror, what are you saying to yourself in your head? When you're challenged with a math problem, maybe that you didn't get right, what are the thoughts that are going on in your head? Are they negative? I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. Everyone's smarter than me. Or are they positive? I made a mistake. I'm going to try again. I know I got this. What are the thoughts, the words going through your mind when you're faced with a challenge? If you choose negative words, then your negative thoughts get too big. When that happens, it can make you very sad and even make you feel maybe a little sick. I'm going to show you some words that you can use to shift your thoughts from negative to positive. So we don't want this big negative thoughts and small positive. We're going to flip them. Let's look at a time when you lost your soccer game. You were very sad and disappointed. Instead of letting your self-talk focus on the negative, right? Look how bummed he is. You can tell by his body language. He's not very happy, and he's having negative thoughts about the game. Big negative thoughts. You could have chosen words to help you see the positive. Let me show you. To shift a negative thought to a positive thought, you need to be aware of how you talk to yourself. Look at how these small changes made all the difference. Another trick is to ask yourself these questions. What good can come from this thought? What can I learn from this? And is there someone who can help me? So if you're having a negative thought, right, I can't do this, you want to shift to a positive thought. I just have to practice. I made a mistake. Mistakes help me learn. This is too hard. It's just going to take some time and effort to figure it out. So switching those negative thoughts, I can't do it, Eeyore, into positive thoughts, I'm just going to practice, Tigger. It's important to make sure you don't put yourself down when things go wrong or are hard. Use words that help you succeed, like, if I study, I will be able to get a better grade next time. It's okay to feel discouraged, but understand that this feeling is only temporary and it won't last forever. Use words that help you persevere, like, if I keep practicing, I can do it. Right? So part of being optimistic is also putting in that effort. So when you say, I'm going to try, you don't just try for a minute or two, right? You don't just try your bike once and if you fall down, say, well, I tried, I couldn't do it. That's not optimism and that's not persevering. But getting up, trying again, asking for help, right? That's persevering. Putting in that effort to say you gave it your best shot. Positive actions also create positive thoughts. So look how big those positive thoughts are and how little the negative thoughts are getting. We want to squish down those negative thoughts. Did you know that when you grow your confidence spot, your optimism spot grows too? Every morning, wake up and tell yourself an optimistic affirmation. And an affirmation is something that you say to yourself to make yourself feel better. Repeat after me. Today will be great. Challenges will make me grow. Things may not be perfect, but deep down I know I have the power to create positive thoughts by growing my confidence and optimism spots. So in order to be optimistic, you gotta believe in yourself. Look at Tigger. Tigger absolutely believes in himself, right? Confidence. I love too that confidence spot is orange, just like Tigger. Be grateful for the things that you might take for granted. Try to think about all the good things you've noticed throughout the day and write them down. Look, saw flowers, learned some new art, maybe learned a new technique at school, read a good book, had a tea party, and had a great night's sleep. Bring positivity into someone else's life. Offer words of encouragement when they are experiencing a hard time. I'll never be any good at soccer. Being an Eeyore. Sure you will. Do you want me to practice with you? That's being a Tigger. And if you're being a Tigger, you can help an Eeyore flip from being an Eeyore to a Tigger by sharing your optimism with somebody else. That also goes with that word empathy, right? Thinking about how somebody else feels and then trying to help them feel better. When you encounter a challenge, focus on the positive, even if it seems unimportant. Well, I learned to stack blocks. That way it won't be too wobbly, right? After something good happens, give yourself credit. Think about how you made that outcome successful. Think about all your strengths that helped you succeed. I'm glad I had the perseverance to keep trying to make this tower stable. So she built it, but look, she put the small block down at the bottom. She thought about it for a little bit, tried again, and was able to build the tower. Look at a failure as an opportunity. When something doesn't go as planned, always ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? Why did that happen? This is a great opportunity to learn a new way of doing something. I will need to keep trying, and I will figure this out. See, his little boat sank. Hers is floating. He's going to keep on trying. I hope you had a chance to see some ways to look on the bright side. Remember, optimism takes practice, but ultimately you have the power to choose to have a growth mindset. So really important way to finish that off. You have 100% control over deciding whether or not you're going to be a Tigger or an Eeyore. Nobody makes that decision for you, just you. And if you have those feelings of being an Eeyore, which we all do, we all feel like Eeyore once in a while. What are you going to do to help turn it into an I can day and be a Tigger? All right, everybody, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you later. Bye.